Hello YouTubers, welcome back. Today I will be doing part 4 of my PLL videos, and this will be on the U-Perm A. Now, like with my A-Perms, I do all my U-Perms from all 8 angles. No matter where I run into my U-Perm, I do it. But unlike my A-Perm, I have different alg for every single one of them. So, and while they all work to be kind of inverses and things of one another, it would take I don't want to waste too much time on one big video trying to do all 8. So instead, I'm going to do all 4 for U-Perm. For the U-Perm A, I have 4, and for the U-Perm B, I have 4. But together, it creates 8 U-Perms total. So I'm going to actually do all 8 individually, and that'll make these things quicker, so you can go through them quicker. But also, it'll make it so that I don't have to waste a bunch of your time at one time. So let's go ahead and get going. This is a U-Perm A. And let me give you a quick demonstration on how I do it. There are a couple of differences of little tricks I'll teach you depending on where my grip is, because that does change how I execute this alg. But yeah, very easy alg, very easy to sub 1. Okay, one more time. And just for the sake of bringing it around again, here we go. Okay, now you'll see this alg does involve a few little finger tricks, and one new one that I don't even know that I ever really explained in my finger trick videos, so I'll take time to explain it right now. But let me point out that there's 2 ways I start this. Now, normally what I'll do if I'm in home grip, if I'm sitting right here, I don't like to regrip unless I have to. And there's a slight regrip in this, but honestly it's not really one. So what I do here is that I know I'm going to have to do an R, but if I do an R like this, I end up poorly positioned for the next few moves. So what I actually do is this little trick. If your index fingers are floating around out here, just take one index, in this case it's your right one, put it on the bottom right corner, and just keep it there in order to perform that. And like sometimes I'll use these 2 fingers, my index and then that finger, or sometimes index and that finger. But I'm basically going to do my moves with that. And you're actually going to see that by doing this, it's going to bring my hand around to a really good position later. So R, U prime, R. Now, since I just did a U prime and this finger is out of the way, I do a push there. Now, this might feel weird to you, but because of my hand positioning down here, as I was doing that, my thumb was already coming up to here so that I could do the next move, which was really smooth. And then here, coming back down, I could either use the U prime with this finger, or as I'm coming down, since my finger is already placed here, and this is what I normally do, I just do an R prime and then thumb right over. So let me go over that again, starting here from home grip. One more time. Pushing there. That push portion is very important because it gives you time to regrip as well. And I learned that from Brendan Valence. This is pretty much how at least he does it in his PLL video. I don't know if he actually does it that way. But first that was very slow. I used to lock up a lot. But again, you know, with time and practice, you get better at it. And now I'm very happy for it since I started doing this finger trick. Because as I'm doing this, in reality, what I'm actually doing is just regripping while pushing. So I can kind of get the chance, and it's a very slight regrip. But as I'm pushing there, I've had the time to regrip and pull through. Now, I very much so sometimes if my thumb isn't really properly placed, like sometimes I'll execute this alg and it'll end up here for some reason, then I'll do that U prime, R prime, and I'll just end up doing that U prime like that. It's good to be able to do both because there are a lot of times your fingers are going to slip. So there's that. Now the other thing too is if I start this alg, with my hand in split grip for any reason, let's say my last alg was there and I didn't have a chance to redo it, I start with my thumb here. So it's a very different execution. R, thumb, R, still push there, but then I can regrip a little smoother actually. So in general, it's a little bit faster if I do it that way, because then I can just use my thumb to pull through. And I just regrip there. And I still use the thumb in the end. So that's that alg from this angle. Part 2 of this is to come soon. Please rate, comment, subscribe.